Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3, where Honor Mode continues with Moven Gerger Jones and friends. And we continue to avoid the Iron Throne, because I have other plans for today. We need to go to the Tabernacle with Gale. Yes. He needs to have a chat with Mystra, but that's obviously not the main plan for the episode. It's just the plan for the next minute or two.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Go on then, Gale. We'll be here waiting for you when you're finished.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
I don't think she's that kind of goddess.
Thankfully not. Though she's not been averse to demanding the odd human sacrifice in recent days, has she? When I pictured this moment, I thought I'd feel more in control. Yet, here I am, with palms sweatier than a bugbear's armpit. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
Of all the things to be nervous about, an audience with a goddess seems reasonable.
You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go.
Seek her forgiveness, Gale. Might be your only hope of curing the orb.
Mystra's forgiveness? If you want me to claim the crown of Karsus, she'll hardly be in a forgiving mood after that. I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3 Dragon Ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite weave.
You can no more control the Karsite weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Well, how'd it go?
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time.
And how'd you feel now you've done it?
Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
It's not your fault, you weren't to know.
But I should have known. What right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose? At least now I'm armed with the truth. And Mystra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus.
Didn't mean you to take this chance. You deserve to be cured, Gale.
Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
We certainly shall, Gale, but first we have a date with a new weapon for Mo. Although, shall we also chat with this lad? He certainly sells some stuff, doesn't he? Old Vicar Humbletoes.
Your patron may not enjoy you shopping around the divine, Warlock. It bothers me none. Be welcome, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
You do sell stuff, don't you?
Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
So we've got the Reviving Hands. We're not really healing on anyone though. We've got the Mantle of the Holy Warrior. We've got the Sacred Star. A +2 mace. So I guess we got nothing that we really need. But it was good to check. Now, Mo needs a sword. Let us venture in this direction. Candle Hallow's Tombstones.
Music.
Okay, it's locked. That's fine. It's not locked anymore.
You reckon right. Maybe for the best, though. My singing is worse than demonic screeching.
You were seen vandalizing someone else's property. Perhaps you should smooth things over.
Was it your property? It wasn't, so hit the bricks.
You managed to calm the situation down, though next time it may not be so simple.
Weirdo. So here we are. in the old tombstone place. We got a button. And we got a door. Is there anything in that chest, though? Karlach? Work your magic? Nothing terribly important.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape."
We got a bit of paper with the word Sicarius on it, so let's say that. And we're in the Ballast Crypt. Seems like a fun place to visit, all told. Oh, we've got this pain in the ass bit though, haven't we? How do we deal with this bit? Oh no, we haven't. I'm thinking of the bit on the way down to Orin. We haven't got bits at all, we've just got these lads.
Present me well from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone.
We totally killed people to be here. And here's some hands.
A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the Dread Lord's trial.
Wonderful. In we go. Might be wise to close the door behind us just in case any fisticuffs start occurring. You don't need to see it, friends out there.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants, each returns to do his bidding eternally.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend, aspirants of his most profane order, the would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But you are no mere aspirant. I did not expect to see you again. So it is true. You have returned.
Saravok Anchev, a relic of your cursed line, a Baal spawn who failed to become chosen.
Okay, so we don't have any options to just say, I'm going to stab you in the face. We'll have to work our way up to it, perhaps. I wish to become an unholy assassin. Show me the way.
Patience, child. Our father has much in store for you. I have heard it said you lost your memories. Let me revive them. You were once Baal's favorite. You worshipped him the way he would wish. Your bloodlust innate. Your thirst for butchery unslakable. But you were foolish enough to think yourself untouchable. You didn't see Orin rising through the ranks. You were blinded by her artistry, her devotion. You believed she worshipped you as much as all the others. Your fall was as spectacular as your birth. The purest Baalspawn there ever was. Ruined by her own hubris. But now, you have returned. Tell me, are you here to have your vengeance on my granddaughter?
Eventually, yeah. I need to come through you first, though.
Oh, noisome child. It would bring waves of enlightened rapture to duel you. But it is impossible now. I have already been sacrificed. Centuries ago. Upon Baal's own graven altar. I am now but a shadow of my former self. Orin is the one you seek to butcher. She only seeks the Baalian favor you were born to inherit. She may have usurped you once, but all her rites and rituals will never match her to your natural gift. Baal is about to name a new chosen. All is between you and my granddaughter, Arin, now. And Arin has much to learn. Our Lord does not care for beauty. Baal cares only for death. Death in numbers. Death in droves. It is a lesson Arin will only learn in death. I wonder if you will be the one to teach her.
He seems pretty chill about the fact that I would like to kill him. I'll gladly step aside for Arin, though. I've got no interest in pursuing Baal's favour.
Why do you speak such heresy, child? Baal may favor you yet. You are the true inheritor, after all. I have heard of the duel Arin proposed to you. She seeks to sacrifice you in our father's temple. She dreams that your corpse will be her masterpiece. But she forgets, before your incident, you were the true master. You were murder, pure murder. No excesses, no pretensions. I believe you will be the one to slay Arin. But you will need my help. I see you have not embraced your birthright yet. Perhaps with my stewardship, Father will bless you yet, before you may return to our Father's fold. I must first ensure that you remain as pure and worthy of his blessings as you once were. Come, child of murder. Let me lead you in Baal's worship.
Look, I just want to kill you. I will not worship Baal. Though I'm his spawn, he is no father of mine. Let's see if we can goad him with some heresy.
Do you hear that, child? The bloodless vacuum where your father's love for you should be. You have disappointed him.
You have been judged.
Good.
You have been found wanting.
Yeah.
Unworthy.
Hurrah.
You will make a fine offering to the Lord of Murder. His own blood returned to him, freed of its ungrateful flesh.
Awesome. It's finally time for a rumbling. Where's the rest of my crew? Why are they all back here? And not in combat. Does that mean they can get in some sneak attacks? Maybe. Let's have a quick look at old Sarevok. Got bonuses against incapacitating attacks with his saving throws. Murderous Retort can immediately strike back at an attacker. If Deathbringer's Legacy is active, he uses Deathbringer's Assault instead of a normal attack. Deathbringer's Legacy being a condition. Deathbringer's Assault being a shitload of damage. Okay. But when is that active? It doesn't tell us when Deathbringer's Legacy is active. Let's have a look at these guys. Because they give buffs to him, don't they? When that one dies, he'll be permanently hastened and unaffected by paralysis, restraints, or any attempts to reduce his movement speed. His attacks heal him for 2 to 24 hit points. When she dies, his armor class increases by 6. So, keep these guys alive, basically. Oh, sunlight sensitivity. When in sunlight, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks that rely on sight. I didn't realise they had sunlight sensitivity. But I can't see what it is that causes Deathbringer's Legacy to be active. It doesn't look as though he's got it right now. And he doesn't have sunlight sensitivity. But let's throw out a Sphere of Daylight with... Yeah, if we throw one out here, That should generally annoy those buggers. One would hope. Because they're all in daylight now. Also, that hasn't used up Will's turn, as it were. So he could sneak in and try and do some damage. Nope, he's joined Bastard. Cool. He got off an attack. And that hit Mo, even though Will's the one who did the attack. And that's also pulled everyone else into combat. Interesting. I didn't see anything that suggested... Oh no. So he can teleport in and attack people. Is that something that I knew about? Murderous strikes. After performing 4 attacks, he'll use Deathbringer's Assault. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say anything on there about how he can teleport, so that's a bit cheap. And it has brought everyone else into the fight. So the first attack each turn should come from someone like Mo, who can survive quite a bit of damage. Now, 45% chance to hit sucks. 70% is better.
The wrong fight.
Still not amazing. We did a bit of damage there. Also, I should have probably raged before I did any damage, but there you go. Karlach, what can you do? Only 60%. That's good damage. We like that. Piss. Of course she missed on a second. And again, I should have probably put Hunter's Mark on first. Counterspell? On a Hunter's Mark? That's fine. We don't mind that.
I will not tolerate it. This place shall be your grave.
So what are these lot going to do? Heal? Probably didn't need those backlashes, but heal and Sanctuary. Maybe we want that one dead. That one's hasting him. This is interesting. What's the best play here? If this bugger's going to heal him repeatedly, then we probably want to deal with that bugger at the very least. Let's get Gale on the case. Do you want to move in a bit, Gale? Yeah. Oops. Scorching Ray. Piss! Should have seen that coming. Yeah, what good are you then if you're going to get counterspelled all the time? Bonk. Better than nothing. Now, Will, do you want to march in and sort of stand near that bugger? Or close to it at least. That might be good. Slow on Mo. Well, slow on a bunch of people probably. That can be counterspelled for sure. So Mo, you can take hits. Let's have a dash. Sanctuary on Sauerhawk though, so let's deal with this bugger that was trying to heal him. I guess we can probably afford to go all in on our attacks. Karlach. Can't reach destination. Boo. What if we did a dash? Still can't reach destination. Yeah, you can. Sweet. So that's that bugger down. So now he's going to start healing himself with his attacks, but he's not going to get big old heals every turn. Maybe we want Karlach next to him as well, because she is fairly good at dodging attacks and whatnot.
The taste of blood, the tang.
Okay. Right, he's got his Deathbringer's Legacy that deals a buttload of damage. And he might use it on Gale if Gale attacks him right now. Will. Can you survive an attack from our man here? Deathbringer's a legacy. Can use Deathbringer's assault until the end of his next turn. And as we saw, it deals 20 to 200 damage. We've got to attack him, probably. Even if we don't... Is he going to be able to use it twice if we attack him? Is he going to be able to use it in response and then use it a second time on someone else?
Yield to the wrath of Baal.
Well, shield helps. Okay, that wasn't so bad. We can live with that. Can we actually hit the bugger though, is the question. Yeah, we can. Good. I guess he can get quite a lot of heals off as well, thanks to his assault thing. But now, let's see. Let's use a low-level spell, because they might still have counter spells. Okay, good. We got some arcane accuracy on Gale. We like this. Worth a try. Now, where are you going? Okay, you're not doing much. You can be counterspelled. Because again, we don't want slow. Mo. 60%. Okay, so we can use it multiple times. But that's fine. We'll hit him again. It seems as though we've still got a temporary HP, even though he's just hit us a bunch. Which is curious, to say the least. Can Karlach connect on a hit? No. Piss. And then he uses it again. But maybe that didn't heal him. Curious. So now Gale has got a pretty good chance of hitting with his Scorching Rays. Failed counterspell. Curious. We got some damage off though. That's the main thing. And we've now got 9 stacks of arcane accuracy. Wonderful. So we've still only got a slim chance to hit. But if we try a Divine Smite, if we're going to hit him, we may as well do big damage. Yes, we like that sort of damage. Let's try level 3 Smite. And that one misses, because of course it does. You're just shouting at us. You're, again, trying to slow us. No. Reckless? Why not? Piss. We still missed. And he hit us for 7 damage. But at least the second strike connected. He's going down. Slowly but surely. What's he going to do? He's going to get in another strike. And those strikes did heal him. Okay. What a shit. Let's go for another high level Scorching Ray. 95%. Dang. That's damage. Gale does damage. Bonk. No luck. And then let's try another big smite with Will. Boom. Sarevok is down. That's going to upset these two. New terrible powers to avenge Sarevok's death. So yeah, we probably want those dead. If they've got new and terrible powers. Can we smite this one? We can. Good damage. Spirit Guardians. Now we can start hitting you buggers. So we'll drop a Psionic Backlash. Blight. A high level Blight. Ah, wait a minute. It does have a little arrow next to it. So I guess that tells us it's an upcast Blight. But it doesn't tell us what level. So let's go with a level 5 counter spell just to be on the safe side, perhaps. Now Mo. We can go all in on these strikes now, because these buggers don't have a lot of defense. That's this one out of the way, hopefully. Lovely. Gale, you can certainly hit this one. Don't even need a level 4, do we? Excellent, so Saravok's dead. And we have got the Amulet of Baal. Bleeding on targets that have maximum hit points. We've got the Abattoir Key. A map to the Baalist Temple. We can read that. And we've got the Sword of Chaos. Which deals 12 to 25 damage and you regain hit points. Pretty good. Pretty good. And a helmet that stops you from being frightened. That's kind of cool. A second Sword of Chaos. Interesting. And plate armor +2. Let's make Will hold on to that. So what we want is the Sword of Chaos. I don't know why we've got 2 of them. But that should help keep Mo alive even more than she already is. And she's already quite alive. She needs new armor though. This armor we've kept for the crit protection. But there is another item we can pick up that will give us crit protection. That would allow us to switch to a different armor set. But she's still going to need medium armor, isn't she? I'm not sure what medium armor might be superior for her. Did we keep the 1T armor that Karlach was using? I don't know. We'll keep an eye out for a good set of medium armor for her. For sure. Sadly, we're not getting the vendor over here that would give us a cool set of armor. But that's fine. We should probably go this way and have a look at what's going on over here. Any enemies in here? I don't think there should be. Doesn't look like there is, but that doesn't mean they're not going to spring into action.
Oi! Citizen! Get me out of here! Citizen! Thank the gods you're here. My wrinkles are starting to chafe. As an officer of the law, I demand you free me at once.
Even when you're locked up, you're still a prick. Okay, so the chains are locked and we have no keys. Karlach, though. She's good at the old lockpick.
They're supposed to be locked up, not me. Get me out!
And even with a roll of 3, we saved the day.
Thanks for freeing me so quickly. No idea what those Baalist Burks had planned with me, but those chains were starting to chafe. Though I do wish you'd figured this all out before I, put the blame for Father Lorgan's murder on that poor refugee. Well, at least it's over now.
If I know Baal, this isn't over.
You might not be finished. I am. It's plain to see that I'm well out of my depth here. But you gave these reprobates a proper seeing to. You clearly have what I don't. Courage, insight, heroism. The city needs you. I overheard these pigs talking. There's a Baal temple deep within the old Undercity that the cult is using. A century ago, it was destroyed by a group of heroic sorts. Let's hope history repeats itself, eh? This place is foul as piss. I'm out of here.
All right. What now?
Wonderful. We've saved the elephant, who has bravely run away. Left behind all their crap, though. And that's another quest completed. And another legendary boss defeated. A little hidden chest up here that may or may not contain exciting goods. I'd probably guess not. I'm going to assume it's generic goods. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Memoirs of my death. So Saravok wrote a little diary. How nice for him. And that's probably this area dealt with. Find a way to access the Temple of Baal, it says. Should we pick up the note? Will that make that waypoint go away? No. Is there something else we have to do in here? Oh, maybe actually this chest does contain something of merit. Nope, Valeria's diary does not help in the slightest.
At the ready.
I feel like we've already discovered the way to Orin's Temple by, you know, reading the note about how it's in the sewers and everything. Yeah, we found a map pointing us towards the location. And we got the amulet of Baal. So we can get in. We can have a look in here, but I think it's just a prison, isn't it? In Saravok's office for some reason. I suppose even villains need somewhere to plan. Yeah, that's it for this little area. So what's next on the old menu? Probably a nap, because we used a lot of spell slots there. That took a bit out of us. Astarion wants to chat though.
That's strange. Knowing I'll never hear Cazador's voice again. Knowing it'll never command me to bow against my will. And free from him. Forever.
It was a pretty whiny little voice. Do you think we did the right thing, freeing all those vampire spawn?
I have to hope so. And if not, at least there's only so much damage they can do in the Underdark. But that first rush of freedom can be intoxicating. I didn't always make the best decisions when I first tasted it. They'll need guidance.
Are you volunteering for the job?
No. Much as I'd like to become a lord ruling over the Underdark's vampire spawn, we have unfinished business with the Mind Flayers. After that, who knows? Everything that happened to those spawn is my fault. In a way. I suppose that's the less convenient side of freedom. Having to live with the choices you made.
Wise words.
Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you.
I wasn't sure if he'd stop the ritual or not, honestly.
Neither was I. Not until I sank the dagger into Cazador's chest and the light went out of his eyes. I am, well, not happy with how things turned out. But this does feel right. When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. You saved me from myself. and let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
He's a nice enough lad, really.
Tonight's troubled rest is, as ever, overwhelmed by your killing fate. You dangle above a dark precipice, one move away from falling. Another watches your body while it is possessed by the night. You do not dream alone.
Dark dreams? I think I can guess. Visions of blood on your hands. The blood in your veins, perhaps. For all the gifts Baal's children inherit, a peaceful night's sleep is not among them.
What are you doing, Jaheira?
She is worrying. Which worries me? Which worries Boo? Which ought to worry you?
The dreams alone do not concern me. It is what waking deeds they might inspire. Are you truly your own master? What is it you feel when Father's dreams come calling?
It's sickening. I never asked for this power, and I hope to be rid of it.
There is one certain way. I hold it in my hand. This is your father's true legacy. Not his children, but the fear they plant in us. The savagery it blossoms into.
But you have reminded us that when evil calls, we might stop our ears with virtuous cotton. Hasn't she, Jaheira?
In another time, with another of your kind, we found a better way. I would dearly like to find it again.
Tell me what I must do.
Well, you cannot understand Boo's wisdom. So I suppose we must listen to Jaheira instead.
You would not be the first to turn the taint in your blood to your advantage. But there are barriers a Baalspawn must overcome first. Those of your kind. Orin. I am sure you already know that so long as she lives, she will never stop hunting you. It might be that you have to turn and face her. You cannot change that. All you can choose is how you meet her. As another bloodied child of Baal? Or as yourself?
And for this, you will need Boo. He has tasted Baalspawn flesh before, and he would not mind another bite.
For now, take what rest you can. We will watch over you this night.
Thanks, guys. I wonder what extra dialogue you have if I bring you along to the Sarevok meeting, but it's a bit late to find out at this point. Either way, it might be hard to sleep again. Tell me something of the old days since they're on your mind.
Oh, stories!
Oh, I don't think I have any.
Have you ever fought with a talking sword?
Lilarkor.
Yes! A mighty blade, but a mouthy one too. I wonder what happened to it.
I believe it went over a cliff edge. Buried in an ogre's backside. And it was still talking.
I would probably be complaining if I went over a cliff edge, stuck in an ass. But I do have vague memories of that sword from Baldur's Gate 2. I think. Either way, what should we do with the remainder of today's episode? We haven't got time to go and save the whole Iron Throne right now. We could potentially go and look for a new helmet for Mo. But we may as well do that later, because I've got a helmet in mind for her, but it's next to a dead dragon. So maybe we'll save that until we're going to go and beat up said dead dragon. Maybe instead we look for the Society of Brilliance. Kind of in this general direction, perhaps? Yeah, here's the lodge. Ah. It's not the time for a heartfelt conversation, I don't think.
Than every last rogue in this city.
Friends.
I hope you know that.
We've got gore to look at.
What a scene. Whoever did this had no rhyme or reason. Just viciousness.
So what's going on in this place? We've got a dead guy there. Quarterstaff +2. And his key. And the Tarian code. Justice and good above all. Honour and fealty to the king. Blah, blah. Clemvor. Balmut. Justice. Goodness. Very well. A lot of that makes sense. Doesn't explain why he's dead though. More blood up here. There's a portal. We'll worry about that momentarily. No more deads around. What we've got here? Lime Leech's chest key. A broken parasite jar. Okay, so someone might have been dead there. But now they're just not there. Oh, there's another pouch. Okay. Oh, there's a Mind Flare parasite specimen there. Interesting. So it feels like some people died in here, but they're just no longer present. More blood. More pouches. Tongue of Madness. We found some of them back in Underdark. Not much else going on. Chest though. And that contains... Again, not a lot. Correspondence from Lady Esther. Talking about how she found the creche. And that she was going to get the egg for them. Which I guess she did. Because we gave her the egg and then we left her to it. Let's just check downstairs again. Now that we know that there's pouches around instead of corpses. Let's just have another quick pouch check down here. Okay, can't see any more. So, one dead dwagger and a few bags appears to be all that's left of this lot. And a portal.
Who are you? Another who needs to learn the difference between right and wrong?
A Githyanki youth. And a familiar one at that. Can it be that this is the one who hatched from the egg you took from the crash?
I'm Moven Gurga Jones, but you can call me Mo. Who are you?
I am Pataris, and I am good. Father was bad. They all were. I tried to make them better, but they were not strong enough. They lacked resolve.
Was Lady Esther bad too?
She did not have the strength to be good. She was another like father, lacking in moral fiber. He was not righteous. He was not innocent. His thoughts were impure. Such evil can only be cured one way. With pain. With torment. And if that does not work, with death. Tell me, are you a good person?
Well now, we don't want to accidentally talk ourselves out of a fight. Because this lad is one of our legendary fights in Act 3. If you massacred those people, Pataris, you must pay the price.
You would speak of punishment to me? I know what you did to me. I see the memory of it. Right there in your head. You stole me from my people. Gave me to that woman. Unhatched. Defenseless. You let me be brought here so father could hurt me.
I mean, when you put it like that...
You are bad.
Yeah.
You must be taught a lesson.
Yeah. Guess we best charge in then. So we're in the lodge basement docks. There's Lady Esther. I wondered why she pops into the conversation. So, Cyrus, I suppose let's have a look at him first of all. Batarian Dogma. Once per round after being hit, he can surround his attacker in Batarian Pacifism, which reduces their strength, dex, and constitution. It and nearby allies are pacified. Unless the 50 temporary HP granted by this effect are removed, then when the effect ends, one of his mental images will appear. Okay, so I guess if we attack him now, he is going to put an effect on Karlach that will give her a temporary HP, and then we'll have to beat her up until the temporary HP goes away. Very well. But that only hit him. Only hit Karlach. Didn't hit anyone else. So she's now got temporary HP. 2 turns remaining. And foes have disadvantage on attack rolls against her. And she can't harm Ptaris anymore. Sapping images. Creates magical effigies that steal 2 points of charisma, intelligence, and wisdom from nearby targets. That seems shit. Get rebuked for 38 damage. And he popped in and dealt 22 damage to Karlach. Or at least a mental image did. Okay. Mo. Would you like to bob across and see what you can do? 60. But we do have reckless attack if we need it. And it turns out we didn't. So that was decent damage. Where's he gone now? Now he's over there. Not enough movement. What if we cunningly dashed? Suddenly we got enough movement. Piss. What about this? Sweet. Okay, he's dead. That wasn't so bad. I don't think he was quite expecting the power that we brought to bear. So these images, they don't seem up to much. But they have got a bit of HP on them. So I guess we will use a crit to deal with that one. And Gale. They do have opportunity attacks against us as well. But that's fine, we're still going to bugger off. Good job, knobheads. We've still got a pretty great chance of connecting. So there we go. So more of them might appear if we don't deal with Karlach. Because she... oh no, she does have the ability to attack things. Even though she was pacified. Good. Mo, would you like to fly up to these two? And smack one of them about, maybe? Smack the other one about? And again? Wonderful. Karlach still has the temporary HP though. Now it's gone. Sonic Drain. Okay. Ah yeah, there's another image down below us. So that's there because Karlach did get drained. So I guess what we will do is we'll pop down and give it a smack if we can. Rumble! That's right. It's rumbling time. What a fun rumble that was. Now, Taris. The Unflinching Protector Amulet. When a nearby ally is targeted, you can use your reaction to make their attack miss. Once per short rest. Kind of cool. Is it better than other stuff? I'm not sure it is. But we've got it anyway. Now Lady Esther's corpse. Let's have a look at that. See if it's got all the stuff that we sold to her back in Act 1. It's certainly got a bunch of loot on it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good sign that it's got everything that we left behind. Was any of this worthwhile that we didn't realise at the time was going to be worthwhile? There's the Helmet of Smiting. Whenever you apply a condition with one of your smites, you gain temporary HP equal to your charisma modifier. But it's not quite as good as the helm that Will has. The Graceful Cloth. If we'd come here earlier, we could have got that for Astarion, and it would have been very suitable for him. We'll send it to camp. Why not? Winter's Clutches. We'll send that to camp just in case, like, Shaddy needs it. And unarmed attacks deal extra fire damage. We'll send that just in case Astarion does come back in for another fight. But there we go. That's all we might need there. Lady Esther's dead. That's probably fine, to be honest. It does seem pretty light of people in here though. No sign of Amaluum or Blurg. No sign of their loot. So one must wonder if they were here or if they weren't. Maybe they're still in the Underdark. It's hard to say. I do worry about that broken parasite jar though. That and the Tongue of Madness makes me think that maybe Blurg was around. Or Amaluum. Ah well, we can't help them now, if they were. What can we do now? For there is other stuff to be done. One of the things that is to be done is to head to the docks and deal with the Iron Throne. So I suppose that could be our next goal. Let's think. Is there any safe way down there that we can sneak in without being spotted by people that might say, "Hoi, you can't come to those docks"? So we can certainly fly down here. We could perhaps fly down here. I feel like we're in a restricted area at this point.
Mate.
Yeah.
This is the last place you need to be. Clear off, yeah?
You look busy. I'll leave you to it.
Best idea you've had all day, mate.
Yeah, we are just passing through. Don't mind us as we fly down to here. There's a Steel Watcher about. It's not going to tell us that we're not allowed down here, is it? What? What's kicking off? Look, we were just passing through, pal. Pete's sake, now we're going to have to murder a bunch of people. Well, I didn't ask for this. You asked for this.
Ready for this?
I was just going to park up and prepare for the next episode, but now I've got to kill a bunch of fools. Blam. Have some of that. And one of those. Now, as for you... We're too strong. We would shove you too far if we tried to throw you in the water. Bonk. But we do have a second bonus action, so if we had the movement left, we could sneak in and then throw you in the water. Oh, we could have used our Great Weapon Master attack as well, but we didn't. Oh no, now we might lose the fight. Well, do your thing. Pisk. You're useless, Will. Gale, do your thing. Okay, that one is... Whoop.
God, you're distracting, aren't you?
Alright then. It's quite an exclamation. There goes that lad. Karlach. Wonderful. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to kill you all, but you kind of insisted. Let's fly back over here, where we find steel watchers hanging about. We fly onto this boat. We can. Oh, that's triggered the steel watchers. Okay. Pete's sake, I should have just stopped. But no, we're definitely in a restricted area now, and we've got 2 steel watchers that need to be dealt with. Very well. Have some stabs. Good. Mo, do you want to just sort of smack this one about? Yeah, you do. Wonderful. That's real good damage.
Becomes an example of what this city does to liars.
That guy's chatting about Volathan.
Please, get me out of here.
But we can't worry about that right now. We got steel watchers to deal with, apparently. So, push. Pisk. We haven't even got all in on. We still missed. Blam. And then, shall we move around a bit? We don't want 2 people to be hit by a sword strike if we can avoid it. Although they've got crossbows, haven't they? So, Pisk. Yep. Go on, mate. Yeah, get boomed, you idiot. Now, let's get him the old booming blade, give it yet more booms, and a bit of beam. Can't really get away, but we'll try, just in case it decides to explode in a minute. Mo, you're still kind of only able to really deal with this one, but that's fine. That's some damage. Will, can you smack that one about? Apparently not. Gale.
These mortals be.
Blam. Bit of Ignis for you. So we're whittling it down. I was kind of hoping to have it self-destruct by this point, but it's not doing a lot to us, is it? So... Where are you going? I can't go that way or I'll trigger another fight. Frig. Blam. There we go, now it's exploded. This is what we wanted. Mo, do you want to just shoot that one? That one's actually going to blow up that barrel. I wonder what effect that will have on things. I wonder if that's going to cause further combat. Yes. Yes is the answer. It's going to cause further combat. And now... yeah, it's not looking good over there, you know. Bloody hell. I just want to wrap up for the day. But now we're in the middle of yet more combat. And we're going to have to fly in here and smack about some ne'er-do-wells. And set ourselves on fire in the process. And bash this bugger. Excellent. It's good damage. So Karlach, you are well out of the fight at the moment. Let's get you over there, maybe? No, let's get you there. There's an enemy there. They need to be dealt with. Good damage. Will, do you also want to deal with this enemy? Apparently you don't. Okay. Why is Will's attack so bad? His weapon is hexed. So it's using his charisma modifier of +4 to get its attacks off. I don't understand why he's missing so much. It's a +1 weapon as well. Yeah, it's not a huge amount of damage. Only +1. Would he be better off? 9 to 23 damage. Would he be better off with the other Sword of Chaos? 6 to 19 damage, but then when it's hexed, that would be what, +4? Maybe he'd be better off with the other Sword of Chaos. I do like having that charged hammer on him, but maybe it served its purpose. Either way, let's stop these buggers from blowing up friend Volo. If we can. Karlach. How about this lad? Decent damage. Mo, you are surrounded by buggers. But do you have any water about your person? You got holy water. That's not water water. So I'm kind of concerned about our friend here. Okay, we took an attack there, that's fine. Now, what if we pick up the barrels? And we send them to camp. Okay, that's the immediate danger dealt with. Volo's rescued. Please don't catch fire, Volo. It took no small amount of effort to rescue you, and we would like you to not catch fire. Doesn't look as though we can do much else, but we can dash. And then we can bounce. And now we're back where we started. What are you lot going to do? Shoot Mo. That's fine. She can heal herself all day long. Piss. Don't shoot Gale. That's what happens. Nice. Don't have enough movement to get to the next lad, or do we? We can if we fly, perhaps. Oops. Piss, I misclicked and now we've just moved out of range. Okay. So we'll just shoot that one instead. What a pisser. Gale can just cantrip buggers. Don't catch fire, Volo. What did I just tell you? Nice. Is it most taking damage? Most uncalled for. There we go, she's healing up again. And there's a temporary HP back as well. And she got a bonus attack in, which dealt good damage to Nobster. Who then gave her an opportunity attack as well. What an idiot. Where's he going? Haha, they'll never catch me up here. It's not like they can fly. Is it not, Nobster? Blam.
Halt, citizen. Submit to inspection. In the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
You gotta be kidding me.
The parasite reels in your skull. Something within the Steel Watcher tugs at your mind.
I'm a law-abiding citizen and I'm free to go. Please. Please let me be free to go. That won't do it. I just want to end this episode. Let's try again. $18 won't do it. Fine.
Your trial is complete, villain. And the sentence is imprisonment. Please comply.
Attack. It's one Steel Watcher. And they're now on the roof. And they've missed Will. What a dick. Right, where's Gale? Come on, Gale, there's a fight happening. Good lad. Will, would you like to start things off? May as well, you're already up here. Now, opportunity attacks though, so... Let's see. Karlach. Bob on up, get your sneak attack in. Good. Get your booming blade in. Bad. Fly away. So yeah, we're going to get opportunity attack probably, either way. So let's, yeah, let's let Will eat the attack. Oh, it did actually hit both anyway. Okay. And now Will's maimed. Okay. That didn't necessarily work out as I wanted it to. That's better though. Good damage. And then we missed. Okay. And then we hit. Amazing. Let's fly away again if we can. I'm sorry, Volo, I'll be with you in a minute if you wanted to chat about something.
All doom.
Which I think you probably did. Now the bugger's about to explode. Will does get to move, but he's maimed, so he doesn't actually get to move. So, waypoint. Volo.
Secrets I would have taken to my grave if you hadn't intervened.
Will Mike join us in a minute? Will? Or are you kind of stuck up there? There we go.
We're not doing this for charity.
Honey, gods, I really thought I was done for. I suppose thanks are in order. Again, what's an heroic story without a little risking of one's neck, eh? And you know what they say, the bigger the story, the more people want to kill you for it.
That's probably what they say.
All people will know what I mean. I'll tell you what I know, but not here. Too many eyes, ears, weapons about. Meet me at your camp. Hmm?
Maybe we will follow. Now, before I forget, we are just going to end by putting the other Sword of Chaos on Will, if we can. Is it going to allow us to do so, or do I have to do it by sending it to him? There we go. I don't know why we got 2 Swords of Chaos, but I'll take it. And then we will hex it to him. There we go. And now he's got a +2 weapon, dealing 11 to 24 damage. And healing him with attacks, perhaps. Although it doesn't say so. Mo's weapon says Sword of Chaos, 12 to 25. On a hit, we gain 1 to 6 hit points. Will's weapon, it's still a +2. It's still a greatsword. Deals the same sort of damage, but apparently it doesn't heal people. Most curious indeed. Most confusing. Something perhaps to look at next time. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.
I'll find another way towards the